Hello everyone, and welcome back to day 2 of our 7-day spring challenge. So today is Earth Day, so I thought it would be perfect to wear some green, bring my green mat out and come and film in the garden. Super lovely temperature, probably about 16 degrees Celsius, no 16 to 18 I'd even say. Really fantastic Earth Day. Good. So today we're going to do a little bit of back bending, but we're also going to focus on kind of the properties of the earth and grounding yourself on your mat, finding your foundation, bringing yourself into the now. So to begin, as always, let's come down into child's pose. Okay, not always, but often I really love to start in child's pose. It's a really fantastic way to lengthen through the back, to start deep breathing. And especially today, notice what's in contact with the mat. So gripping down with the fingers, pressing into the mat with the shins, maybe gently engaging those legs. Kind of have a little bit of play here with all of your muscles in child's pose. So have some fun today. Make this your own practice. Bring your playful side in. Good. From here, round and forwards into your tabletop. Bring those knees under the hips and slowly walk the hands out a little bit. So coming down into puppy pose. I think this is one of the best poses to kind of represent spring. So press with those hands into the mat. Keep the hips over the knees. Maybe bring the forearms to the mat here and try and sink the chest towards the mat. Take a few deep breaths, gently opening the shoulders. Good, slowly easing into the back already. This is a gentle back bend. Nice, begin to walk the hands slightly more in, and this time round through the back, kind of like a cat position with that back. So rounding, engaging the abs, then sinking back down. So your hips do not have to be totally over the knees here. Take it easy, find that place of engagement, just engage the core. So it's an active puppy pose. Good, exhale, bring those hands back towards the legs. Just give the shoulders a minor rest here after engaging them there. Deep breath. Maybe let your forehead drift to the mat. You can rock it side to side and massage it a little bit. Good. From here, inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale down, extended child's pose, and inhale, round up to tabletop. Good, knees under the hips this time, few deep breaths. Right, let's warm the spine up a little bit. So inhale, lift the chest, lift the tailbone, drop the stomach. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Keep it going. Good. Next time you round to the back, try and lift the right leg up very gently here. You're not going to be able to do too much of a lift, but try and lift it up slightly. Keep that leg nice and active. Good, lower it back down. Inhale, lift the chest. Lift the hips, drop the stomach. Exhale, round again, and try and lift that left leg up slightly. So this is more glute intense because we're tucking the pelvis under in this position. Glute and leg intense. Good, lower it back down. Deep breath in neutral. From here, tuck the toes under. Exhale, lift those hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice, so take it easy. Maybe it's your first down dog of the day. bend the knees, press the heels to the mat, press through the shoulders. Deep breath. Good. One more deep breath. Really ground with the hands. Find that foundation. Nice. Begin to pedal it out. Have some fun. Play around a little bit here. Maybe walk the feet out. Find some comfort in down dog. Begin to move that body. Shaking the hips a little bit. Good. Next, inhale. Let's slowly make our way between the hands. Come into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Lovely fresh air. Deep breath. Bend those knees. Be gentle. Good. Press into the feet. Rise all the way up. Connect the palms. Exhale. Bring the hands to the middle. Deep breath here. So, Earth Day, let's ground down in our mountain pose. Perfect pose for this. Most asanas come from mountain pose, or you can find them from your mountain pose. They stem from it. So what you want to do is press down with the balls of your feet and kind of lift the inner arches up of your feet. What I want you to try and do is when you're pressing those toes down, feel the sensation of what happens to your arch. And that's that kind of lifting we're looking for. Ooh, little bees come to join me. Nice. Roll the shoulder blades down, engage the quads, find that nice strong position. Good. Inhale, lift the arms up. Interlace the fingers at the top. Hopefully this is in the shot. Otherwise it looks like this. And add a few wrist circles up at the top here. Good. Exhale, bring it down. Slowly bend the knees. Only until halfway. Coming into chair position. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Lift the hips. Tilting the pelvis forward, finding length in the back. Good. Press into the feet. Rise all the way up again. Interlace the fingers. Add a few more little circles here. Hello. And then sink it back again into your chair pose. Connect the palms, exhale it down. Deep breath. Good, bend the knees. This time as we rise all the way up, we're gonna add a back bend. So connect the palms, you don't have to interlace them anymore. Lift the chest, lift the heart, tuck the tailbone under. Hold. So what we're looking to do in a back bend is take the bend out of the lumbar spine and the cervical, because those are the easiest, so the neck and the lower back. Those are the easiest places of your spine to bend. So they can take too much of the weight in just those few joints. So what we want to do is work through the thoracic spine. So let the ribs come out, lift the heart, tuck the pelvis under a little bit here to protect the lower back and bend with the whole or the entirety of your body here. And then maybe reaching the arms up. From here, very slowly, bend the knees, come back to that chair pose, reach the hands up, find a nice neutral spine, and then begin to come into that forward fold. Good job. Very good. Grounding again, using those feet today. Good job. From here, inhale, we're gonna raise that right leg up. So maybe this looks like this to you. Maybe you can hover here. If you have blocks, hold your weight here. Just lift that leg up. You can bend the knee to get your base as well. And then exhale, step it back, coming into your lunge. Good. Inhale, lift up, connect the palms, coming into your high lunge. Hold for a breath. Deep breath. Ooh, that's cool as a glider. Oh my God, that's very cool. All right, exhale, bring those hands down to the mat. From here, step that right leg up. Place it on the outside of the right hand and kind of squat down between them if you can. If this is a bit too much for you, Then you can make your way to a seat however is best for you. So come take that seat, raise the legs up, frame the hands. Frame the legs with the hands. Maybe extend the legs as far as you can. Begin to tilt back, coming into boat pose. Ground with the sit bones, see if you can find that balance. Good, inhale, try and rise back up. Place that left foot down, extend the right leg out. And from here, you can either try and stand up in whichever way is best, or shift your weight onto the foot. If you have that ankle mobility, just be gentle here and swing the leg back. Inhale again to lift for high lunge. And exhale, fold, lift the right leg back up, step it between the hands or at the front of the mat. Good, deep breath. Nice, press into the feet, rise all the way up again, add that back bend. Connect the palms, let the ribs come out, ground through the feet, tuck the tailbone under, and exhale, bring it through the middle. Shift back into chair pose. Sending the hips back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Coming into halfway lift. Exhale, begin to step it back into your, or halfway lift with the leg up, and then we step back into high lunge. So get that foundation, make sure you have it. Inhale, reach up. There's two hawks nearby. Let's see if they say hello. Reach it up. Good job. Deep breath, maybe connect the palms. Exhale, bring those hands back down. And again, what we're gonna do is step the leg forward. See if you can take a seat from here. Good. Inhale, bring the legs up, frame the legs. Maybe work with extending and leaning back here. Have some fun in that boat pose. I think it's raining a little bit. We just got a slight cloud over. Interesting. I just felt a spot of rain. Oh, it is? Cool. Good, bring it back. From here, shift that weight forwards, or just make your way there. It doesn't have to be graceful. Over time, as you do your yoga practice, you will find that flowy feeling, but just practice will get you there. So, don't worry if you're not able to lean forwards like this. Bring that left hand on the inside, swing the leg back, inhale, rise back up, high lunge. Better finish this before it begins to downpour. Good, exhale, bring the hands down. Nice, deep breath. Inhale, lift the leg back up, halfway lift. Bend that knee if you need to. Exhale, lower it. Good job. So working with grounding, we're going to come into a warrior three here in a second. So press up, rise all the way up, add that back bend. Exhale, bring the hands to the middle. Here we go. From here, begin to tilt forwards at the same rate as that back leg. Come into your warrior three. Deep breath. And since we're working with back bends today, maybe try and lift the chest forward here, engaging those back muscles. Feel free to use a wall if you're a bit wobbly. Very gentle back bends. Good, exhale, bring it through. Since it's Earth Day, perfect time for an eagle pose. Hook the right leg around the left if you can, or just hang out here if that's a bit too difficult for you. Good. Bring the palms together. Feel free to go into a full eagle with the right arm underneath the left. Deep breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up again, back bend. And exhale, as you fold forward, lift that left leg up, trying to keep it the same momentum. Good. Then begin to inhale, lift the chest. Use those back muscles, you'll feel them working here. Good, bring it back forwards. And begin to hook the left leg around the right, left arm underneath the right this time. Shoulders or elbows come out. Careful here. We don't want to fall in this kind of position with the foot hooked, so make sure you have that balance, that grounding. Stay present. Again, pressing with the balls, the feet, the heel, create that arch in the foot. Helps you use all the muscles. Good. Inhale, come back to mountain. Arms up, back bend. Exhale to fold. Very good. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step it right back to your plank. Deep breath. Good, bring the knees to mat, lower it forwards and down. Inhale here. Place those hands next to the chest. And round through the thoracic spine first, lifting up into a cobra. So rounding through the thoracic spine first helps bring awareness to the spine as we lift up. So exhaling down. Inhaling to round back up. Lift. Cobra can often be easier, or back bends are limited by our hip flexors. So cobra can be easier if you bring the legs a little bit wider. Maybe experiment with that if you have some tight hip flexors. Round to the back, inhale to lift. Bring the shoulder blades on the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Good job. Use the alignment here, letting the ribs come out. Take the bend away from the lower back. Exhale, fold. Good job. One more. Use those back muscles, lift. Exhale, fold. Good job. Deep breath. Press into the hands. Feel free to use the knees here, but we're going to push all the way back up to a plank in one exhale. So inhale, exhale, press. Kind of like a push-up. Or it is a push-up. Bring those knees to mat. Exhale, sink it back down to child's pose just for breath. Let that spine relax. Coming into the slightly flexed position. Such lovely air temperature. Good. Here we go, press into the feet, or press into the shins, sorry. Come up into a seated position here. Then lift into a kneeling position. Arms to the side, step the right leg forwards. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to the side. Bring the leg back. Place the hands on to the hips here. And we're gonna go for a very gentle camel. So we don't have too much time in the video length that I normally do to really warm the back up. So don't go too deep into this camel pose. So what we're gonna do is really protect that lower back, tuck the pelvis under here, lift the chest, bring the hands onto that lower back as well to give yourself some support, pull the shoulders back, lift the chest, lift the heart, protect the neck, don't let it go slack here. Try to engage the muscles. Or maybe even tuck the chin down. Lift, 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 deep breath. Good, come back up neutral. Hold here for a second, maybe snake the spine just a little bit. Shake the hips. Then inhale, arms to the side. Bring that left leg forwards. Inhale to lift. Good, exhale, hands to the side. Bring that knee back. Lower it back down, nice and slow. Take a seat on the heels. Good job. Bring those shoulder blades down your back. Deep breath here. Let that spine reset or return to neutral. Good, inhale, reach forward. Roll it back to your plank. Lift the hips up. And from here, inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, step between the hands. And from here, we're gonna try and go straight into warrior three again. So press with the leg, lift. See if you can bend that chest forward immediately and lift. Maybe you can go higher after we've worked with the back a little bit here. Good, so this wouldn't be Earth Day without tree pose. So bring the left foot onto the right leg if you can. Don't worry if you need to hop there. Inhale, raise the arms, lift. So you can keep the arms apart here, just kind of like you're holding a big beach ball or you're the branches of a tree. And just breathe. Ground through that foot, again, lifting the arch. Really lifting through the leg too. So if I'm here, I don't want to relax into the hip. Oops. I want to engage, lift, reach up high, nice and tall. Perfect. Good, release the leg, fold it forwards. Inhale halfway once you've folded fully forwards. And step it back, straight to your down dog. Good. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Exhale, step it between the hands, and we're gonna take it to the other side. So shift forwards, try and lift the heart as soon as you hit that warrior three. You can tap the foot here, no worries. See, just be wherever you are. Eventually you'll grow into these poses, you'll build that strength. It's just all part of the process. Good, inhale, bring it forwards. Place the right foot on the left leg. Reach the arms up for tree pose. Lift through that body. Use that left leg. Good job. Exhale, bring it down. Begin to fold all the way forwards. From here, walk the feet out a little bit or to the edges of the mat and take a nice low malasana. So you can come all the way down or make this a bit more active, lifting, engaging the legs slightly. Nice low squat. And exhale, try and take a seat on the mat. Good. From here, ground the sit bones in. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Deep breath, you can bend those knees, take it easy. Find a little stretch here for the hamstrings. It's often good to massage the feet just to bring sense back into them. We can kind of lose the connection with our mind to the little muscles, to the little joints, and bringing sensation with massaging your feet is really important. Or walking barefoot really helps with this as well. Good, inhale, rise back up. Bring that left leg around. If you can, no worries, take your time to get here. Bring the right leg to the side, so we're opening the hips in a way we normally don't do when we're seated. So when we're seated, our hips are normally forwards on a chair. So we want to open them to the side in deer pose. Feel free to go into a full pigeon if you prefer that. But make sure you have enough mobility in the leg here to not put strain on the knee. And take it to the other side. So if you're in this 90-90, you can kind of sit back and swap sides, or you can swing the leg around. Good, lower it down, deep breaths. Again, your leg can be to the side here to take some pressure away. Good, inhale, rise it back up. And just gently pivot towards the front of your mat and try and open the legs into a middle split. So use those hands if you need to. What we want to do is protect the legs here, so gently engage the quads. If you're back here, that's okay. Just wherever you're at, we'll take a few deep breaths, gently opening the hips. And try and tilt that pelvis forward. Lovely little purple flowers here on the grass. Good, walk those hands back up. And swing that left leg forwards. The perfect way to end a Earth Day practice is to come on down. into your Shavasana. So make your way onto your back, turn the feet away from the body, bring the hands next to the hips, and relax fully onto the mat. Sink into this ultimate relaxation pose. Again, just like how we started, notice those things around you. Breathe deeply. Use all of your senses and close the eyes. Just hold for a few deep breaths here, but feel free to hold this for as many minutes as you need to. From here, walk those feet in a little bit. Turn on to one of your sides and take a deep breath. Press into that top hand and rise up to a seat. So this is a little bit longer than my normal video length. So I hope you enjoyed this longer, slow, gentle, earthy, grounding practice. A lot of adjectives there. Good. Roll the shoulder blades down your back. We'll take one last little breath here to finish it off. So inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bring the hands to the middle. It looks like I beat the rain. Take a moment here, just thank yourself for practicing. For moving your body. And we'll finish there. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed day 2 of the spring challenge, and I will see you tomorrow.